What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Disney and Devaney. Guys, this is my first Decorate With Me video for 2025 Halloween. I'm only gonna have two this year because I'm meshing everything together that I've done in the living room. And then I'll be doing another one of just the shelves, and then that's it because I am really swamped with work, swamped with just life. Just recently, I was out for the count. I had like a back injury. My back was like really in jeopardy that I was out for the count. I had to like go to a chiropractor for a couple days there, and I'm feeling a lot better now. So this video is a little bit late in going up. It was supposed to have gone up about a week and a half ago already, but either way, this is the very first Decorate With Me video. Like I said, it's only gonna be two videos, this one and the shelves. So in this video, we're going to be decorating my dining room table, the foyer, my bar cart, and of course my console table right behind me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm going to narrate the process and show you how everything has come together. Now, I have been shopping. I have been not a lot of shopping because I already have a lot of Halloween stuff, but I did pick up a few pieces from Michael's. I think I've already shown that. I did get a couple pieces from like the dollar store, and also pieces that I was gifted. I also picked up some pieces from CVS, which I'm going to show you guys as well. And then of course, some items I picked up from the character warehouse at the end of last year. So this year's theme is nothing but Haunted Mansion in the living room. In this entire living room, it's all Haunted Mansion. I cannot get over how many pieces of Haunted Mansion I had. As I kept opening the box, I was like, you know what? I have enough here to make this entire room Haunted Mansion. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you that. As far as the Costco Mickey Halloween Village, this year I did not put that up. I did put a couple pieces here and there, but they're on my bookshelf, but I didn't go ham on that this year. It's all about the Haunted Mansion. So if that's something you want to see, let's go ahead and turn the camera around. So before I start, I always have to put on a movie or movies, depending on how long it takes me to decorate or bring my thought process to fruition. I then start off by cleaning the dining room table through and through. So because it is a Haunted Mansion theme, the tablecloth that I selected this year is going to be black on black, and then followed by a runner that I picked a teal colored runner, thinking that it's going to match my plates. I really think it'll go better with the plates. So I decided to just fluff it out, and then I opened up some pixie lights that I had there. They are remote control, and it took me a little bit to unravel it. And if I didn't mention, it is multicolor, so it does have several color options to it. It comes from blue, green, purple, orange, but I decided that this go around I'm going to use teal and then sometimes orange. I then decided on a second runner that had a little bit of white with bats underneath the teal runner. And then I found this black floral swag with purple flowers and gold skeleton heads that's going to give me that Haunted Mansion touch. I did get this from Michael's. And so I began to center it, and I thought maybe let me fluff it up a little bit. And then I decided to use this candelabra that I also got from Michael's. This one is going to be my centerpiece for the table. You always have to pick a centerpiece. Next, after I put it there, I had to like stand back and take a look to see how things are looking so far. And so far, I think I approve. It's coming together slowly, but it's coming together. These are just the beginning steps. And then I opted to put real candles on the candelabra because I could not find fake ones. And I tried out the lights to see how things are coming along so far. The lights that are on the centerpiece of the table, just to see how things look. And if you ask me, so far all looks good. I like the blue. The blue really stands out more for me. So next, I found these gargoyle candles at CVS. One day I happened to walk in there and I saw these and I thought they would fit perfectly as like a haunted mansion prop. So they are battery operated, and I thought that they will complement the candelabra perfectly and fill up the spaces next to it. So next I pulled out my black chargers and I had a total of 6 of them, even though I have a place setting of 4 plates of the Haunted Mansion, but I had 6 of these. And so now I stepped back to just take a look to see how the table setting was coming. And so now it was time to lay down my Haunted Mansion plates, and each setting had a total of 3 plates. Can you believe that? Each centerpiece plate, I'm going to show you right now, had a different design from the Haunted Mansion, which was perfect. So after taking a step back and just looking at the table a little bit more, I realized it was time to add a little bit more to the table. So I started with this trinket tray that showed the ghost ballroom scene. And this table was still needing some more fillers. So now I'm going to need to get some more items to fill up this table. I'm thinking some more glasswares, forks, other items to just give it a little bit more of a pizzazz and make it look more filled up. And now we're moving on to the hallway console. So I had this rustic picture frame. I decided to drape some black mesh over it to give it a haunting look. I then found at the dollar store this Foolish Immortal holographic picture frame. I wanted to hang it up in the center and I needed some fishing wire to do just that. Next, I decided to just put some pixie light around the frame, and then I turned off the light just to see what it would look like when it was lit. I then laid a black runner that I'd also gotten from the dollar store, and it had cobweb designs on it just to dress up the console table. And then to dress up the Foolish Mortal sign, I decided to hang some these are like bat rings all around it to give it some more eerie look, and it made it look like there were bats all around. I thought it came out really nice. It gave it such an eerie look. I then fished out all of my Haunted Mansion miniatures. I wanted the castle to be the centerpiece, or rather the manor, followed by the horse and carriage, then the gravedigger and other pieces that I dug out, making the decor even more like the ride in the parks. And then some adjustments needed to be made, and I needed to add a little bit more to make it, just give it, more of a filler look. Like these black twig trees, I decided to put one on each side of the manor. I also had a couple of miniature fall trees that I decided to also surround the mansion on either side as well, just giving it that more filler look, giving it that fall look. along with twigs and making it look more scary. So the set was starting to look spooky, and every piece was complementing each other. So now we're moving on to the bar cart. And this was also going to be a little bit of a haunted mansion and a little bit of Disney Halloween. Well, you'll see what I mean. So I started off by lining up the haunted mansion paintings that I had gotten from Michael's. So because these paintings are going to be only temporary, I used command picture strips to get them to hang on the walls. I think these paintings really added a perfect touch of the haunting, just like the ride. I think it really came out nice. I loved the way that it looked. They just complemented each other. And now it was time for the cart itself. So I had these Disney twisted tail books that I had gotten a couple years back. I thought that they would be perfect for the bar cart. And I only had like 3 of them. I should have picked up some more. Next, I had these items I had also gotten from the dollar store. They were like skeleton champagne glasses. So far, everything was coming together and I was really liking the look and the feel of it. And then I also had this skull that I picked up from the dollar store as well. And then I had some purple pixie lights to add. They were going to be battery operated, but also they had a remote control. And I liked the purple, so I went with the purple look instead. That was going to make it look better. And then I had this Haunted Mansion sign that I had gotten from Spirit Halloween. I want to say last year. I have 2 of them actually. And I had to use a tie wrap to secure it because this piece was really heavy. I then placed the vines I had gotten from Michael's to add more to the cart, along with the pixie lights, which, you know, by the way, like I said, they are remote controlled, so that's going to make it so much easier to turn the cart on and off. So I was able to pick up 3 of those because I do like to have everything lit. You know, when I come home in the evening, I like to just have everything light up. So just using a remote control makes it so much easier. So I did put the pixie lights, and then I did take the vines and wrapped it intertwined with the lights afterwards. I then repeated the same process on shelf number 2. So giving it that really pretty eerie purple look, just like the paintings. And then I repeated it on shelf number 3 of the bar cart with the lights and the vines again. So this is the entire bar cart. I added as much spooky items as I could. There was some scary, you're gonna see there's some at the top, you're gonna see some skulls. You're gonna see some spiders. You're gonna see my vulture. You're gonna see skull heads. And then you're even gonna see a little bit of Scary Minnie from last year's Halloween theme. And of course my Haunted Mansion sign, which just made it look perfect. And here we go. Yes, this is the mini candle. And then of course I had a couple of more spiders that I put in the back, and then I had some more skeleton hands, and then you're gonna see on the far corner I have some more skulls, and then I even had a little bit of a Maleficent in the background. And all of it is to make it pretty spooky. There she is. I thought this really turned out really nice. I love the way the bar card came out. Okay, and so now we're moving on to the console table, and here we have the gargoyle from the Haunted Mansion. He sits on top of this lantern where I did put some spiders to give it a little bit more of a creepy feel. And then that is a battery operated candle that's on a timer, and then it's by some black ivy. And then here we have the Haunted Mansion. This one is actually the Haunted Mansion here in Florida. That is our Haunted Mansion. The other one that's on the other console table is the one from California. So I did like this one, and it is on a timer as well. And then I have the Hatbox Ghost. He is a sipper, and he is battery operated. He does light, he laughs, and then you see his face appears in the box. And then next to that is a trinket box of Madame Leota. I did get that from Spirit Halloween. Next to him, I did have a 3-tier tray that has a lot of my Haunted Mansion items, from the Hitchhiking Ghost to the Opera Singer. Then you see Constance Hatchaway, and then of course you see Victor Guise. He's on the organ. We call him the organ player. In back of him is another little trinket tray that I did get from Michael's. It's a little bit of a creepy with a skull head at the top, like a candy skull. Then we see Alexander. He's a dynamite guy. And then followed by this sign that says boo. And then I have this Haunted Mansion sign that I put there on the tier tray as well. That is a remote control. And then I have a Park Pal of one of the Hitchhiking Ghosts right there, which I thought he just fit perfectly. Next to him is Madame Leota. She is an ornament, but she fit perfect as well. And then on top, I do have, that was the candle dress that I did get from Michael's. And I did have another one of Victor Guise, but this one is a Funko Pop. And I thought he looked well there. And then I have my the bride that I purchased this year from Disney store. She is a plushie, and she just fits so perfect on the very top of this tier tray. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you an overall view of the whole thing. Look how adorable. I thought everything just came out perfect. Everything just fit perfectly. Like I said, I did not realize how much Haunted Mansion items I had, but it was enough to fill up the entire living room. And then of course here I have a figurine of the bride again, which I put there next to the tier tray. And then this is a new piece right here. That is the Hitchhiking Ghost in the buggy that's on the ride. And then I did want to show you guys that I did get some more fillers for the table. I did get some food. They're, you know, fake food with cobwebs, just give it that, you know, gory detail. I did put some more glassware down, and I just thought just more fillers for the table just gave it more of that ambiance that you do see when you are on the ride. And you see that big table with all of the food that has gone spoiled, and that's pretty much what I did here. I added some eyeballs. There's jars with eyeballs in it. There are skeleton hands, more spiders. I did add some more cobwebs. I did get some more drinking ware with skeleton hands as well. So I think everything just came together and complemented each other. And I love how everything turned out. So this is my Haunted Mansion decor. Leave me a comment. Which one was your favorite? Was it the table? Was it the bar cart? Was it the console or the entryway? Let me know. So with that said, guys, if you like the content of this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Hit that bell for notifications so you're the first to be notified when I post up a video just like this. And with that said, guys, I will see you in my next one. And happy haunting to you.